Section 12 of the Anti-LGBT law says prohibition of anti-propaganda and advocacy activities. So you cannot hold any press conference advocating for LGBT rights, promotion of LGBT rights, promotion of LGBT activities. You can't do anything like that. Section 12 says a person who, through the media, technological platforms, technological accounts, or other means, produces, procures, markets, broadcasts, disseminates, publishes. You must understand that Ghana has a new law, whether you're straight or gay. The law affects everybody. Now, all 275 members of parliament in Ghana have approved this law. Now, Section 1 says that the act applies to a person who holds out as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, an ally. You may not be gay or anything. You are an ally, pansexual.
On the beat.
Baby, I'm afraid, yeah, and Yamina, boy, I don't know. Baby, I'm in no, I'm not on you.
Papa, you tell me mine. Oh, the mine. Who be bidding me Cassandra Kangani? A day. Oh, not day. Not that I'm who's a rasta behind the country. A day. A day. A day.
Abusia brother chele me mwakwaba esa edeba WhatsApp TV eso abusia baby biara wo no ena ye baba bedi nkomo ewo enkomo a eti atese ewo chese social media yiso ene ne a abaso ye manga na mu a abusia edika na editie eno ene ye baba bedi hu nkomo enne de abusia video ni bewa na nso nyabotere na hwe because ensema wo ho no edoso abusia this time around no enye ye nko a na ye bebo ohia ben no because sabre no kobolo one love abusia ode ensem bi ababa batudwa wo kire mu se eye anti-gay anti-LGBTQI lawyer parliament etumi apase no eye ade se enkrofo bi ehya ase a chese Pentecost for prison omu asie no eno enti ena omabom modern omu apase anti-gay said ye be ya enkrofo bi epese omu didi ho na abusia anti-gay ya ho ensem no ye baba be di nkomo bi abusia koma ye baba be di no ebi ni say number 1 anti-gay ya omu apase no say BBC enhwehwanimu station omo ababonten ababefa Ghana phobia chese Ghana phobia BBC Africa omo I make documentary but Ghana phobia say omo pekura omo make bankumentary documentary ndi susa omo make bankumentary but still na no ade no ebekoso Ghana phobia comment abusuan ye baba behwe ne edi nkomo ne ahwe se LGBTQI plus no omu betumi abo anti-LGBTQ afo no agua abusia ye wo hai ye behu
wadi papa nti ye hwe me ho na beje mani kakra susuka ma wonka na metumada
abusia ena biamu no nso no John Dramani Mahama former president of Ghana abusia wadi ensembi ababa betudwa John Dramani Mahama pe a kere se se no Ghana for monto abama no na se Ghana for monto abama na se mo ya nursing adwuma no meka hospital doctors for ni ade no obehye da amya tete bebere na Ghana yenya ema ni burusu a afedie ye betumi ye be export nurses akọ other countries na omo akọ bobra wo honom na omo atumi ageka after 4 years and 5 years no John Dramani Mahama patche say eye ade say sankrofo no omu betumi asaba oman Ghana mu abusia sasami na John Dramani Mahama ede betu dwa ebinom adwene mu eye omu kesene ne kakra say na papa ipa ni vision pa nie na se ni vision nie na se Ghana ye koto abama ne dia ene Ghana ne da ache pa ene say abusua yebekọ John Dramani Mahama na kache na eja yakọ akọbọ ensem a oka ye no ne aba bedi eho enkomo kakra.
Yeah. Mr. Zay on the beat.
Baby, I'm afraid. Baby, I'm afraid. Yeah, and you mean I'm boy, I don't know. Baby, I'm in no, I'm telling you.
Papa, you can't mind. Oh, the mind. To be beating the Cassandra Candani. A day. Oh, not day. Not that I'm who's a rest of the PIDGIN. A day.
Abusia yani ayam parliamentary house so say dum so no enye se e Ghana for afiefi monko nemum no say parliamentary house akwa no mo a me na wo kasa no Ghana Parliament House dum so akosi wono ama ebinom so kra akoka elevator eye lift mu abusia eno so no be de ho asem ebebrew background music efiri mi ankasa menua yaw stone abusia anwumwe ano eden bomode ane kopabi ne tie ana ebiamu no abusia se ya koye nimu a medo be hyase de afiri eye anti-LGBTQI plus ho elo na omo apase no na abusia ansa ne bebo awura sa ensem nim no yenko ne yenko nkɔhwɛ eye yenuaba vim lady said you will see a bro and some no so my said ya be ya so winim anti-LGBTQI plus omo your friend say emrana edaho anasa article edaho edema wo mu abusia yenko ne yenko tie because enye wo mu nko a simple so you straight kura na you are part of it abusia yenko ne yenko hwe ehon ensem no na yemra.
Whether you're straight or gay, the law affects everybody. Now, all 275 members of parliament in Ghana have approved this law. Now, Section 1 says that the act applies to a person who holds out as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, an ally. You may not be gay or anything. You are an ally, pansexual, anybody who's questioning their sexuality, anybody who's involved in the promotion of propaganda, advocacy, or who provides or anticipates to provide sexual reassignment surgeries. All those people are captured under the law, and this law applies to all of them, that all of these activities are illegal. Section 4 talks about undermining proper human sexual rights. So you cannot do anything contrary to what Ghana has described as proper sexual rights. It will be seen as undermining, and that means you go to jail for it. Section 5 talks about your duty to report. I've already done videos in local language about it. Even if you are straight and you observe people involved in LGBT act, you have a duty to report. Otherwise, you also go to jail for failure or refusal to report. So Section 6 talks about prohibition of related LGBT activities. You cannot do any LGBT related activity in Ghana. The law will find you culpable. Section 6 says a person commits an offense if he engages in a sexual intercourse between persons or persons of the same sex. Any activities, any attempt to promote it, any attempt to engage in it, any attempt to advise or encourage other people to do it, to persuade another person to anything, to convince another person to do it, any attempt to marry somebody, if the two of you are women, it will be a void marriage. That's what Section 11 says. It will be void. The law, it doesn't matter the kind of document the two of you sign, that marriage will be illegal. It will be void under Ghana law. Section 12 of the anti-LGBT law says prohibition of anti-propaganda and advocacy activities. So you cannot hold any press conference advocating for LGBT rights, promotion of LGBT rights, promotion of LGBT activities. You can't do anything like that. Section 12 says a person who, through the media, technological platforms, technological accounts, or other means, disseminate, publishes, distributes, uses the electronic devices or internet film industry. You cannot even produce a movie, not even a music. You can't do anything to promote LGBT issues or attempt to market such products on Ghana market or online. Anyway, it will be an offense under the law.
Eti abusia ensamo a edaho eno no na abusua ene ensem no emu edoso enu nti no ebia ne ye nya botere ankyerechire ni nyina mu but whatever the cases no kakra ye betumi aye ede akyere mu no do ye bebomode ana yaye na sede vim lady ede ebabetu edwa no kyere se Ghana sede empanifo aka no omo kyere mu a eye ade se sabre no obi a activity bia na ebekoso a efa LGBTQI plus no ho no eye adese etiamra na sa asem we se medical edi ho enkomodada se wo pe video no akodown na wo de hwehwe video no ubehunu se de be ya video we se no obeti ase a chese se no sa we ya Ghana ni na wo ti oman Ghana mu a abusua bibia efa ne se ema ene ema awade bema ene bema ena ana mwawade se mo begina bonten ana se mo beya no social media so ekwan bia so a ye behunu no yade se wato Ghana emra enu ubeko ako dipa na activist a wo mo aya na omuhye ta LGBT fo no ekutupa no emra kyere se ti ehu se wo bodawuro ekwan bia so ana se ofua sa LGBTQI fo mu nwumadie no ekwan bia so a eye ade se minimum ubetumi akomu 3 years and a maximum 5 years and a woman so a ye beche mo se mo wasa act nim no ade se ubetumi akọ a free 3 months ekokosi 3 years was it 3 months no 6 months ekosi 3 years na enya LGBTI QI for a community nko anemum no se we straight one be mada ana your friends are oya oba na one be ma na eda normal anasa we be ma one oba na eda normal na one LGBTQI ni bi atifie na owosa act nim na se wanka na aban ensa so ni mu na yenim se wunim nanso wa ma meyi aban aye a police for asutera won so kra no ubetumi akodemu a abusua bibia concerning LGBTQI na de Ghana omu enyuntum anase enyuntum including say one aboa beda nipa one aboa beda wa ebia wakọ ye plastic say oye oba pese oye be transgenders ne sa no ma no munyina no se mo ba bonten ebeboda wura na se mo ye sa no ma no na mudi pie abonten ya de se ohun betumi akere na abusua LGBTQI ehun asem we say ebaaye no eja parliamentary house etumi ebo modern said the America no etumi apase law no ewo mo say president aye Akufuado one sign there nanso no parliament etumi age atomu a sese no samra we say no aba stay na sa ensem we say ebaaye no na BBC ana BBC Africa abusua omu active tomu a omu ebebusa Ghana fo a sebi omu ye bi gay ne sa lesbianism yi bi na abusua wo de yankoi na yankwankwhwe gay ene lesbian fo a omu ka LGBTQI community no ho a omu ba abonten a omu etumi edi adanse se eyade se Ghana sa LGBTQI we say no ade se no womu a womu no Ghana anase omu wo o my Ghana mu a omu yesa enoma no ade se amman foforo na omu gi LGBTQI for no amfomu ama betumu a ade se womu ebewu ewo o my Ghana mu abusuawo de yenko BBC omu ensem a omu de baba tu dwa no so na eja yenso yewi a yemekasa kakra emfa ho.
I'm so scared, very scared, and I don't know my fate.
My life is at stake. It will be my end in Accra.
Life was a bit better before this whole bill started. I lost my job because I was gay. My previous workplace, my madam had to sack me. She spoke to me and it was like, I should change from my ways. And then I was like, no. And she kept on coming back with the Bible. She also can't accept a gay person as a worker.
I feel like relocating from the country itself to any LGBT country which is safe for me to live in.
For me personally, I've been attacked so many times by my family. After they got to know about my sexuality, yes, I had to leave them for a while.
Tourism revenue is very big for Ghana. As we've seen with what happened in Uganda after the bill became law, tourists were not choosing Uganda as the preferred destination, and this is going to be a huge hit to Ghana.
I have to count my steps, make sure I don't offend anyone. I have to live like a refugee in my own country.
Are you worried that somebody will report you to the police?
Very worried. I'm very, very worried about that. Anyone can snitch. Even in my current neighborhood, anyone can do that to me.
Okay, abusha enunti no way ene ensemo a LGBTQ phobia eko ka kire BBC African your friend say foi BBC Africa foi emom be documentary na eno na Ghana phobia kire say even so mu ya documentary kura na enye ade se omo ebetwen ama LGBTQI no etumi ateki over ewo oman Ghana mu na abusia se wotie ensem a ekosu ya ebinom o kire se yayi omo di because of say omo sexuality na no na mehu say video we say no ewe ma adwene say I can't believe say BBC etumi ba out ebe video a eti say okay fine omo kra de say omo ye friend say omo adwuma eti ye fa ne say these people no etumi eko abonten the information a enim guase eko ma BBC for say omo project na eno na menti ase because say wo man Ghana mu na say wo ye wo LGBTQI na say wo hye okokua mu na wo ya obi ene wuni asem eti the question I was me busa abrante na oka say na dwuma ya yi na di because say ne madam ese oye LGBTQI no the question is a dear by action and I said den okoye no adwuma ni mu a e ma ye hunu say ne sexual your friend say sexuality orientation yes abusha facha me ne sexuality orientation no any say and I say any say because the minimum kakra ne say so wokọ adwuma na wokọ akoye adwuma obi ani ho kwan say ode LGBTQI ho ensensem editata except say enipa no ehunu bibi enti wokọ adwuma nim no question na mebusa ne say ede bai na course a ema omuhunu say oye LGBTQI life ben no ko portray ewo ho because adwumam enye honom na yekoye me kramoni enye honom na mekoye yekoye me kristoni adwumam nye ho na eka say me traditionalist ana say me osumwe mu anu nti say yenye saade no wo adwumamu a why say je betumi akase adwumamu okwa obi betu akase we straight wait me gay wait me say debi why you there o sexual your friends say life for ne there and the kwan say etumi eda adi wa adwumam eti wo ko say as a worker na sabi say we gay wan kwa say we yanku gay ni yanku be ma bi pese minyawa mehwe woto a ede be na be dedi a be ma adwumam fo no ahunu say wo no we gay bibia no no be dedi eti these people no number 1 Ekwa Kamia say they are destroying the name of Ghana to get a better place to go or to so that they can get favor from the other countries. Said the beya to me ama omo vesa ne ade enu no sa ade we say no eye enim go ase ana biam no so no akwaba akubi e kan say no o live as a stranger e wo no ni homeland and I say in the motherland na eno na menti asese who live as a stranger say because was say first na yam pass law no now oye safe than this time I pass law no enuti activity be na no oya say no e ma no ye unsafe because even so we straight kura na o man Ghana mu no ye ma ho kwan se bi ade a ye ni secret se e bia ba na be ma ena no okoko ye na bonten ena so we LGBTQI any ade na sebi tafrache enya ade se obi bebo upunu mu nu aba be hwe de wo ye no mpa so enu ti no ade ba kwa menti ase ne se omo se omo pray right no omo pray for what purpose because based on this guys your friend say now asama wo kan ye no watch say onye safe in what way abusia gentie na asama wo kan ye ni biu na
in Uganda after the bill became law, tourists were not choosing Uganda as the preferred destination, and this is going to be a huge hit to Ghana.
I have to like count my steps, make sure I don't offend anyone. I have to live like.
Abusia tie ni statement no. What say? Mame family chire kakra na de yen ready e wa ha. What say? I have to count my steps. Make sure I don't offend anyone. Enti that LGBTQI no a license for you to offend someone ana because the moment kakra ne say if you make this kind of statement it means say if we give you the license it just say you are coming to offend someone. So if say law we say no aba say the beya on offend you be there and then a good law. Because according to your own statement, you are saying, say, being because of this law need to know. Now you need to count your steps. Not just say, Sanka wunya say ye to me pass a law, they say, and as a woman pass a law, they say LGBTQI, a idea etia Ghana mra. Not as Sanka wu to an more their own count. Not just say you according to your statement, you know, you abuse people. According to your statement, you know, you offend people. Abusia say we say no again, but whatever the case is, no. Abusia won so ube to me the wadwen chere aba beto comment section no ase. Na abusia said de ebi no kan ye no. Omo chere mu say ebra Uganda pass wo mu anti-gay bill no. Ye ade say no tourist kura entumi emma oman a Uganda mu na eno so no aye anti-gay ayiya omo apase no eye ade a ebema oman Ghana ye ho akere ye pa but ye bekomu ni akwa Ghana fo bi so comment about that abusia ubetumi adrop comment no e de ato comment section no asese wa join ye ne a ye samu akwa e de ba WhatsApp TV so abusia mumu bebre ho no mo aya ne ye ka se follow ye na omo enhu follow no but follow no eno ane like no se bia okọ WhatsApp TV na wabo like eso obo like ne so a echese u follow yen na so wo hwe ye e wo YouTube nso a bo modi ane subscribe to YouTube channel no abusu ayanko yanim na yeni enkomo kakra Biden de ensem bi ababa betudwa abusu ayanko na ayanko hwe ensem no ne wi a yebeba ba hwe Ghana fo bi nso adwene omo akere edefa ensem a Biden de ababa betu edwa no ehun chese Biden chese ade se US de omo ebe support human right ene so mbe support human right there. Biden, please try and support armed robbery because it's someone's right. Try to support murder because it's someone's right. So if you cannot support all these things, then you need to know that you cannot give right to any human activities. If you cannot condone people's activities, and you consider those things as crime, then you need to understand that you cannot give right to any or to all activities. And you know, they should leave Ghana alone. They should leave Ghana alone. This is not about hatred. This is about understanding your culture, understanding where you are from. Americans and European cannot impose anything on the country except our country is a slave country or it's part of maybe we have yes, we understand that this country has been colonized, but it doesn't mean that now we are freed. We are independent country and we can make our own decisions. We shouldn't sit down for Europeans and Americans to come and impose any laws on us. This is a shame. I am not against LGBTQI. In fact, I work with these people, but we are talking about our custom as people, because we cannot go to America to impose on them our customs. This is not accepted. This is not accepted. So if Biden and Europeans and some part of the country which accept LGBTQI think that this is not human rights, then the only thing they can do to accept these people is to give them visa free. Is to give them visa free to join you there, so that you can give them the right that they need. But if you know you cannot do that, then leave Ghana alone. Abuja, let's go and listen to what Biden has said, and after we will come and look at some Ghanaians' response. Let's go and look at Biden's speech.
The full potential of their populations will be won by those countries that unleash the full potential of their populations, where women and girls can exercise equal rights, including basic reproductive rights, and contribute fully to building a stronger economies and more resilient societies, where religious and ethnic minorities can live their lives without harassment and contribute to the fabric of their communities, where the LGBTQ plus community, individuals, live and love freely without being targeted with violence, where citizens can question and criticize their leaders without fear of reprisal. The United States will always promote human rights, and the values enshrined in the UN Charter will be won by those countries that unleash the...
Okay, so according to American president or the president of the world, or no, I will not say president of the world, I would say one of the most powerful presidents in this world, Ede Ababa Betudwa Walker, say they will always protect human rights, and which of course we are not against of human rights. Human rights is very, very good. Ebusia eye say obia benya no right, but yen to mean so emfa right emma enipa bia. This is as simple as that. I don't think it's so obi na mabontia you can tag the person say oye gay any identity o kwa to ahye ne so na wakukuno adabi. That one we condemn that act. We are not saying that people should do that. No, we respect human rights, but human rights in what form? Your human rights say I was say a normal a dani kwamuno I was here to me eje say a nipa obeka kire me say ebia because to say obi say open right nti or some man the right now on aboa ekokoda abusu. I come to think of it, say obi say me right and they say me ne aboa ekokoda. It's someone's right, and say yet to be am right say obi pese one aboa koda enu nti no de o pen body ni bia no wonya abusu. The question ne say why say I'm robbers yenya womu because someone's also right, someone's right. Identina murderers, they commit murder according to what they feel say it is good for them to do. Based on that now, they commit murder. Anuti se badi ebe jina onom eka se sebio omo support human rights. It doesn't mean say we don't support human rights. Ghana I think so the second peaceful country in Africa. It's the second peaceful country in Africa, and you tell us say we don't support human rights. Then what are you talking about? We support human rights, but we know our values and our culture. This is what we need to understand: values and culture. I cannot force an American to come and eat what he's not, or he or she is not used to. And it is a mean to me for so American ni emane maje Ghana ya shadia anase ya mera anase ya values ya culture entumua. Why say Americans entumi emfa respect emma ya values kakra any ya culture? In this case na ya kamia ko yese se wo ma o shemra anase se wo kan biribi na any other people are other side of the world no emfa womu be impose bibi na so mu timi impose mani gina dia na say we are still under slavery. This is as simple as that. Enya dia we should comment about it. Abusia na say was slavery mu dia na ne mi hunu the reason ti I was here to me to aba say the president, because as I know say Ghana is a freedom country. Ghana is not under any country. We are independent country. So if you are independent and you cannot make laws by yourselves or by your own, but just say be other side no and ebeya mrade ma odi ana say any mun declare Ghana say we are still under slavery. Abusia yanko yanimo na LGBTQI ehomra ya na igusu ne wi a abusia yebekọ asamwa owura John Dramani Mahama wono nso ede ababa tudwa eno ho abusia ansa ne yeba bekoso no ode yentie asem we a free parliament house no na yewia yebeba.
Say aye. Those against say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. The Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2021 is read the third time and passed.
An act to provide for human sexual rights and family values and related matters.
So abusia say yade asem akọ parliament na say parliament atumi ajatum, none of them was against the law. Na yeka say America for say, yeka say European for say, hey, any parliament here enigumedi because you to me shamra mani nyina. But whatever the case is no, abusia be to me so a drop comment e dey ato comment section no ase say LGBTQI Anti-LGBTQI na Ghana apase no eni kwan say ye mani gina ana say e say Ghana etumi de ne nan esi form na ye mano ejina. Abusia ya kan we say no na me ba be kan the consequences enso a e wo ho e de akire, but ansa na ye be ko no yanko yem parliament na wo mo so de yenim wo mo ani hey parliament fui. This parliamentary house one of the parliamentary houses e wo ewiase a chese yemuya ho ebeda na kwasi broni emfri ni kuro mu meka nkire wo se jibibi tum ebra watena parliament na wa shamra a chese ye de nyoma di agro kamia kwa se ye parliamentary ye friend say ye candidate ya omuwo parliament MPC agro wo mani sododo university agro nene sa SS agro no, they are not serious. They are not serious at all. Because BPN omu di agro. BPN omu di agro minim organization so esene Parliament House. Parliament House ene obi kura company wo bomodin say obetua yemfa ne say electricity bill nemom no so wantua so kura na obebo modian se ebia build the plant anase generator said e be standby ade amumu no baby aye hemra see a doom light abusua anim gua so de yenkoy na yenkonkohwe parliamentary house a chese omo adidum so aba honum abusua yenko na yenkonkohwe
na Prince Akwa ewo mashebedwem waba ohwanu sibedi enkomo Prince na de mashebedwefom no mu eni planta na se generator bi akanya ni dum beso de adwuma
obaye magana fo akwaba na yemfa yensem no enwram na emotional maame abana o se asal emubuye anu ro kuje to ablafa ebe second nti ono peje ni mu obekasa na ebo na ni tie de ye nchan ni yesusu se bia change over bi na e bia omoya na bibisa na mpanifo chire mi se enyi no se ri ato na ebe opani honorable Brahma ono ye draft check na se bedwani maame ni enyi sense na de ni person na ono so ho no bi na mi say se de person no and you do so and now say be a technical problem be any person open wa ko ba yi TV so ye je so exia with for ne mo hwefo nyina na me nka say ene em say the course no enye the course wo na shiri dwom fie ha nkoi ene say the kania atiako na say nyina obi a bi hu a so bi wo ha umpotamu na atiko na say ni tia ka say ba bia na me wo fa danta fa fa nya mudun kania no be ye fa no nche ye fa na say be gana ni hawa ni na no ene di see en lu so asia see ni be di see no say che kakra di see am no ka say kura no the house is running on the generator enye national grid na so but the other side of Accra, which is a light to entail, can a parliament be announced as a problem? Oh, a car parliament is the ever say ECG about because the parliament don't cap. But when you say the parliament cried the ECG car, Umunia, on which we a fire in Kenya. Nemum, the Albasun and say, oh, Wana, Kenyan accept econo, and no enemy is see. Then you do so, they do so, they see, and yet a car, they know enemy, they decided to see, they do so.
Na ebusuawa hwe animguase a ekoso e parliament house na yadum light na o ma be kure ni ebusua betumi adrop comment na o ma we de kase e ka ho asema wan ha yanto LGBTI for merade then so de betum because e kame akoye se nyansa pa aboye ntse de dwonso abo akokọ na ujina honum doom so eti omunni eini plan bia generator betumi yankan se doom so anase light doom a yemfa nse the technical yibi aba yes normal eno a entumi enswitch ne ho automatically eti sika bebrebe ya mpanimfo edie abusuade ma me fancy hey enti we ade a chese esi ewo parliament house a dum so etumi ekoso ewo parliament house abusua awrehosem a ye parliamentary ye friends say oma mugu hoyi MP fo mugu honum eja oma ni momu dwa bibia na eja politics dum so oma fa ni joke sa ebeja na won hyemra ema America emeka nchiro so wo mra wo hye no sabi nkwase amra ebeja no oman obi betumi take you serious so asem ya na ne kano but the truth must be told say na MP kura fie MP ni fie mpokura no enti etumi dum light esei anke dum ya automatically or say plant etumi switch e born ania na o say switch jira honum na dum so de we politics mkurasefo abusia betumi a drop comment dey to comment section no as na ye man we dey say dey elko dey sa na em say ebeye abusia John Dramani Mahama de assembly ababa betudwa chese na asem a ode ebetudwa na abusia media ewere ma so kakraba wherever the cases no onsu betumi atie bi enu ti na abusia mafa asem no de ababeto ase ya mepese utie na yedi ho abobo kakra na ansa na no me wo national anthem bi a mepese mebo ansa na eja John Dramani Mahama wate asi edwom na wakasa de afa eye new plan a ewo ne ni so edema nurses ene eja doctors a ne penso omo eba ensesaya ewo ho edema sa health sector no abusia yenko ne udema me baba bebo no acho ba udi yenko ne tie national anthem we wi a ye beko eno so
emrepi no say edru election time na amanyoku bia epre nti ne obeka bia ama nipa akoma dane ama o eno na obeka nti entra now they film no cry now they film ya the frefra no cry no ho yenka na ya the intro film amanyoku bia epre nti ne obeka bia ama nipa akoma dane ama o eno na obeka nti entra now they film no cry now they film ya the frefra no cry no ho yenka na ya the intro film na emre.
Okay, enti abusia yakwa na afede yentie yan president John Dramani Mahama nensem no.
And we will employ them to work for us as many as we can, but at the same time we will sign agreements with other countries where we can post our nurses and health workers to go and work on fixed contracts and come back. And so under the Ministry of Employment, we will have a unit that is able to recruit nurses, make sure they are of the standard that they can work in international hospitals, and we will send them to go and work maybe for 4 years, 5 years, and then you come back. But we will produce more so that we can also give them automatic employment in our own country. And so that is the reason why we have to open up the numbers, because right now they are quotas. If you go to a nursing training college, they have capacity to employ more, but the government has said don't employ more than this number, because it's only this number we can take. It's the same with teacher trainees. You go to the training colleges, the colleges of education, they have capacity to take more. There was one of the colleges, more than 2,000 people applied, and they could take only 300. And so the remaining 1,700 will have to sit at home. Even though they have the capacity to learn and become teachers, they can't do it. But we could have trained them and trained them to a certain proficiency where we could send them to go and teach outside, you know, depending on the subject they do. English, chemistry, there are places where people are looking for chemistry teachers, physics teachers, general science teachers, and so on and so forth. And so we are not going to cap the numbers. We will open up so that anybody who is qualified to be able to train will have the opportunity to train. We will employ as many as we can in our schools and in our hospitals. The excess, we will sign contracts with other countries. We will send you to go and work for 4 years. You go and earn dollars, you buy your car, you come back. Production of health workers and nurses, and we will employ them to work for us as many as we can, but at the same time we will sign agreements with other countries where we can post our nurses and health workers to go and work.
Eti abucha say no ye vision NDC for ye dey elko ye nim eno no na asem we no abucha betimi a drop comment e dey ato comment section no aseni edi nkomo e dey afiri honom say former president John Dramani Mahama opese yeto abama no na ne manifesto mu no NDC for manifesto mu no ana ye manifesto mu no ye kire se ye ade sese no health workers monomato edi chese sese no ye baba betete mu asem we de ani wu papa na ebinom gina honum na omu bose hey na wotete wo health workers in the name say omu enko another country na omu enko $dollars ene car enfamra na senior wo president kura no wo failure said this is the ideology enti a wo de etete health your friends members are. Number 1, the abusian wo pe akire ne say wo bi enko America no enko $dollars because say you are not taking good care of your own. Because if you are taking good care of your own, a deba in the beba say what the enquada and I say what nurses and or doctors, health workers, abusia adia yemfani agro. What the woman ever call akwa to abruchire. Na omo Ghana no omo nya de omo nya abruchire monko. For you to build equality, for you to pay them right, for you to give them the necessary equipment, you know. Adwem boni say ya because say dey pe campaign na nyanwa because yenna yam papa John Dramani Mahama na wadi kan akandada enu nti we say no enyame nwanwa no say
and come back election time na amanyo ku bia every nti ne obeka bia ama nipa akoma dane ama o eno na obeka nti entra now they film no clear now they film
eti abusia dia papa akan dia mejimidi ye say eno ho adwuma na oye because ya be ya adwene I don't actually know say bia the president akan na former president akan ye no minim say eto wasum mu ye pa abusia obetumi say bia mention na minim emu a drop to comment section no na mention memura adisia so abusia ni ensua de because I don't think say America and I say Germany ebenya a vision say me tete health workers me wianam de makọ America no makọ Jessica kese no mo de cars abba e dey anadwoma na sem ni I don't actually know we dey papa we dey nka bo modern ko ba yanka me na me say what when me vote me wo Ghana sisi ameto abama na wo nti so me ba Ghana abeto abama but dey odi abehwem we dey papa ye pay man koso nti me gina nka say NDC nti ena me gina nka say MPP nti no but ade na wo dey ba no say ye na ada wo say to me ka kire nipa ne say ye na ada entumi nya adwuma ma ne nye ye na this no kra say ye adwuma na che say government in the country no ye failure ya hwe ya friends say players a omuko amanone ekoboboy womumu hwan ena nani kan my ganem obia ni nka because payment ne nye obia ni nka because facility also munya no facilities no eni ho kafra ye me be say me mic mpo no so the boarding abuso facilities no eni ho anu ti no so ba be kan some way say we eye vision na nipa bi so wate abrochira $dollars we say hey yeah Ghana yeah enyanwa say former president eka say Ghana for mu refi ade entem nanka some when ki eka ebose wo ho eni wu asem we eni wu yemfa asem we say nya campaign emma wo bia na adwene mu edo asem we say Ghana for mu gina so ede to aba ede ma former president John Dramani Mahama na say Ghana for mu adwene mu asisi na mo adwene mu mmie bie asam ne adidi atam ya say ya baba build your friend say good health sector ama ya tumi ahwa ye ho na mom ya build wi a ya de omo akwa abrochire na hwan na odin bakwa abrochire say onko ya health work na ni beje Ghana mu because ye tua wo mu kaye because facilities na omuhia no and I say enwoma omuhia ede eye adwuma no omunsa eka enu tiri omukon no si omumbeba Africa say me ba be ye adwuma na ma beji sidi some with the out of did the temper, but whatever the case, Abusa bet me I drop a comment at the comment session. No, I say, well, Maya, Yabaka, someone a yumuni pad no more dear, no more de aqua tuaba. We need to think. We need to think. We must think. Abusa, yanko, yanim enko, Kobolo, one love. Kobolo, eso, Abusa, Abrante ya your friend one love Kobolo, our ya enyum to ni. Minim say gay for lesbianism for LGBTQ for enyum yi eba ya omo friend no trumu ebi wo fie ni ade no oka ho bi na che say ono so o promote LGBTQ for no ho ensensem na abusia one love Kobolo e de ababe tu dwa say ono so oreto odituo papa ono so dituo minim se line yasa no odituo se edie be no se minim to kora odi abusia odi I don't actually know, but my yanko one love Kobolo ehonom what the ensembia nu bi ababa betuda die de kan no one love Kobolo kyeremu se ono no ore etuo se de abusia medical aka kyerɛ wo no na se ye oba de ana se bema etu na line na yasa no odie ne de we cannot say it just a one love Kobolo na ebetumi aka sa asem no ede akyerɛ ye na abusia yankwa na yenkotie ebra na one Angel FM AD enkomo no abusia yanko ne yenkotie one love Kobolo ne nsɛm a ɔka ye no na yemra
no cry now the film ya the frefra no cry no ho yanka na ya the intro film
say ye ku omo enti say no ye ku omo no edoso enti omo. Are you fighting for yourself or you are fighting for the people? Only obi eda ofa obi to obi fa oto. Oh, no me hu ne say efa ho like me hu ne say bibia efa ho. De me hu ne say na nka sisi amete ha. Na me hye Palestine omu t-shirt. Yeah. Ede na ekire ma o say me hye Palestine t-shirt e wo ha sisi a onim de ekosu ewi ase. Na mete ha e hye Palestine ase ekire sen. O support omo cause. And a cause na ye den. Omo cause no. Palestine for mo cause na ontokwa eda wo mo so ni say ye ku omo enti say no ye ku omo no edoso enti ya ma share omo shirt say me support omo ma omo like ma ye ku omo so enipa enti say me be tina ha na me share rainbow colors of LGBT enti say me ye bia say me what am ye Ghana ni am share but directly to you no what would you be to me di to but unto me ebia next step now we bisa say bema and oba because I know say mema bi kra ware omudi omoyede no moto yes that time one of my favorite yes so one of my favorite Kobolo is crazy yeah and you were brepa oh say ebi mo pe ebi de open no na wa ya ma no nti so ye ka se na nje ho den no de no anu no ebi abema me de me we kitwo ebi asemu kakra just to hang it there keke and na wo ma kwan mo bi fa auto there but sometimes me to me ma ebi a one finger kitwo ebi ko fa o keke just one kasa de be ma ni uto there be I see why say me feeling I can feel I can meye but into won feel so be me feel me ne be ma hang out woto bon nya issue bi a eden woto bon enya issue because I understand say I mean I have hosted a woman say been predia sana ni kunu ne na da fa ne to san ma ne to nyina say a wotena say you know say no je o prano keke because the expert the kutu yeah romance ma ho yeah no one finger 1.5 2 yeah small yeah kakranka I see anyway though Abusa we are live on Angel 102.9 FM. This is your Jew man here with yours truly
yo Abusa enenti way ene ensemu a chese one love Kobolo abrante anyum tunu ya nenai esisi form na on share supporter emre bi koyi ne bema e de kire delay ewo delay TV eso anase delay eshow a woye eso na abusia said Kobolo e de ababe tudwa no won so eye wani mu asem a betumi a drop comment e de ato comment section na se Kobolo kire say was support to because but minim this perception and for enya omu echere say yekunkum LGBTQI4 when nekum ye chere say ade na wo ye no enya de pa enu tini say oman ne beje atumu kura na se wo ye ade no na se enya de pa de obechi okun obekum eti enya ye je atum no enene problem the act no enu tini so ankoye act no wa bonten ana wa ankoye nse de obi behu a abusua wan na no benya asem ene ye wo honum nyina so se oye obema na wone obada a eye normal natural way na abusua wontumi nkoketi market enkokasa wone oba ekọ akoda just wa adwenye enye sa ye babu okun enu tini asem na ye kan enye se ebia womo ye straight no ejina abonten a sabi omo eye anyhow even oh my god na mukra no se wu oba ne be ma se omo fi omo ano no eden because of our values, and this is what we are protecting. And until me who adekodia omo pesa freedom no e de aye freedom no omo pede aye day omo pesa de be ya omo duru ba bia omu ebe show up anasa said ye be ya betumi agina bonten sabi edi wo mo ho eto anasa or your bad. I don't actually know. Idea we say a man na no a secret a idea private. I know to say one I will say oh ya bema ope bema na sa wo ya no kokuoma obi ni wini problem. Wo your ba now so no yanko ba na be ya na mo ya no kokuoma obi ni wini problem. Asam no awra ho abusuan but said the one love kobolo cheno wo chese ono no eja ono no de obi nwe ne to nanso wama enkrofo de ne nsaketua bi ehhehye honom anase omu nsaketua no ehhehye honom for logoligi said the be ya no ho be defe ne ade busia chemo de emu bie because said the odi kankaye no omu no omu nhase emfa enwura mu straight omu ya ne nkakra enti free say na abasei abusia ba kon de menfa nka ho na fe efiri won ma omu di mienu na bo ho na ekomiensa na eko ti by this time no de megimdi say obenyansafo yebu ni be ye kanasem asem anase be na one love kobolo ode abuye no yanko one love kobolo eho abi abusia wo sade ababa batudwa o pe akire mu say anti-gay na Ghana for apase no eye for enkrofo bi a business yanko ne nko tie sansem na afi de yemra ni medi enkomo emfa eho abusia yenti na afi oh abusia 1 minute yes okay enti abusia yanko na afi de yanko tie one love kobolo nensem no na yemra. Oh, abusia mame 1 minute mebo save video no e dey acho but abusia answer na no what dey yanko na yanko hwe eye Ghana fo bi nso ensemo asese no wo mo eka ebra America ebetumi eye anti-gay na Ghana etumi apase no eye enoma ewo ho a ebetumi aha oman Ghana a chese eye America ebetumi ede aba oman Ghana mu no abusia yenko ne yenko hwe bongo ideas ba bibiara wo no mechia wo abusia eti say ena bongo ebetwere ye ewo ni post nim na bongo ideas chire mu a anya se bongo ideas kura na eka abusia se de hu ne screen ani no bongo ideas say restrictions. What's the restrictions Ghana is most likely to face for passing anti-LGBTQ bill? That's the restrictions Ghana is going to face. And eti eno ena odeba e form no. What's it Biden and US is gonna declare Ghana as unsafe for all humans. sese no de ebetumi ato oman Ghana eno no ena biem no nso no we say US is gonna cut immediate aid and investment eno nti investment bia na US eye ewo oman nim no omu ebetwa so ena aid bia mo bia omo de eboa no omu ebetwa so ena biem no nso no we say US is gonna cut immediate aid and investment. Travel restrictions imposed on all Ghanaian officials, politicians, and civil servants. And you know, travel restrictions. US one edbeto to akwemo says we are Ghana ni now person call America. Yade say enye easy emfa emau. And also no ebeko so enye se empanimfo na nko a na mom no empanimfo ka ho politicians na eka ho ena civil servant enso eka ho nti we ye teacher we ye chese obi a we ye adwuma o man Ghana mu no abusia won so obetumi enya problem e wo sa kwan no eso ena biom no was say suspension of loans and grants bosia omude eboy se we de character yanke ya sempa se bosia omude eboy ya kura nya bi na atua abusia nko mu bejai aha omu bejai ene no ma bi omude maye no omu ebetumi ejai ena biom no say Ghana is gonna be correct. Ghana is gonna be coerced to abandon its values using money. Enutino ade say Ghana yensika sem no so kra no ade say ebetumi enya value bia ebiu aha ebetumi aba from kra ede amaye. And a tourist will be advised not to visit. And I will just say umom babesra Ghana no umonso America fo betu omo fo say enya de say so mutumi eba visit Ghana ebiu. And a foreign investors will take their businesses away. And you know omo ya foreigners are omo ebe teki and I say omo establish businesses e Ghana no ade say ebetumi aboa ama omo abe yiyi omo nyoma ede afri oman Ghana mu. And a be more say multinational companies won't set up offices here again. And you know multinationals no akwakoye amaya hodo ekuekueku a omo kambomo omo eye enwuma no nya de say omo offices no ombeba abebie bi ewo oman Ghana na se ebie bi kura nso a omo besha ase atutumu ana de twa to okura no o say the economy will suffer. Enu ntino se we nyina eba mu a the economy no ena ebe suffer. Na bongo ede eto ase say unless we have got some solid resources to rely on, I don't see how Ghana can withstand the heat. Some judge fight might just be fruitless. Not just say bongo ideas are going to say so can we nyina bomwa enye ade say wono na nisu no ohun se Ghana betumi agina se ye ni bibia ebetumi di ho atoso a ebetumi de emfaso abre oman Ghana bongo chese onim kwan a oman Ghana befoso a ebetumi a survive na abusia asemwe ebeto odwa no na Ghana fo bi enso ede wo mu adwene ebetu edwa a omu kire se Larry Mal was he be afraid of God's be afraid of judgment of God. Be afraid of judgment of God, not punishment of evil leaders. And for GH1, and so I say that their problems, that's their problem, boss. I leave us to enjoy. I leave case a yomo problem, and ye Ghana for any problem. Now omo into me enyaye na. Enjoy your sumdri. And now I am get paid. I'm get paid. I say, get them to do whatever. Get them do whatever. Or make them do whatever. Busha me screen no any issue sapanti me struggle pana kind. Mark CSR and me mistakes be or no more ebeba no more find time. I say, make them do whatever. We are suffering already. and we say I'm get paid. It say we lose nothing as Ghanaians because say omu the way and say we nyina ba yes so father da and so man farmer yes so father da and nti don baby ano omu enye and Wolfen active active yes Wolfen active we say God and Kasa will use Ghana do wonders and we say anye and some no more can antum krana onyankopon na ebeyen senkyerene ewo oman Ghana mu and approve the prince and so say is Biden God obusa say enti Biden emra we ya ode ebetu kwan mu no wo yenyankopon ana so we nyame bi ana abusia comment no edos ma memfa we intwa to say Ingrid Williams Ghana beyond 8 we will survive low enunti Ingrid Williams and also asama work and say Ghana we are beyond 8 Ingrid we are not beyond this hour and they mention that no nyadwen because the economy say we are not beyond but what say we will survive abusia yenhwe comment no edoson pa abusia say the eba ewo screen no eni no ensam so bebre wo hono mo a ye kan ti wo de for ni fam sa say the metwetwen ekọ esuru yi na o de obetumi akan no kan de wontumi no eja leave it obetumi so akobongo ideas na Instagram page no wakohwe full comment no ewo hono abusia so wa join ne ye ne amemo akọ ababio ya no like him page no so wo Facebook nso a eyo wono no adwenkyere eno nti no usu betumi e de wadwenkyere ato comment session no ase na yedi enkomo e de afri ho abusia owura your friend Fuseni
I know somebody will say he won't sign it. We are waiting.
Aba Fuseni one no the ababa tudwa say ade say LGBTQI omutwe omu ene betene eye pekura na enye ade say Ghana ye beje sa ade no atum abusu ayekọ tie ne nsemo a ode ababe tudwa no ye wi a won so obetumi de wadwenkyere ato ne nsem na asking Ghanaians na eja yedi enkomo ede afiri ehonom abusu ayenkoi na yenkonkohwe aba Fuseni nensem a wode aba abetu edwa no na afei no yemra ni medi enkomo kakra emfa ho
to be just on the verge of getting to the third reason and this thing will be passed clearly. I know somebody will say he won't sign it. We are waiting.
Who is that somebody?
You know the person who has returned bills to the house saying that he won't sign them. Don't you know him? Is it not
the president?
President Nana Poku Osei. Even when one was even signed and he signed one in August, he has even brought that one back. Something you yourself you read and signed, you are not even satisfied. You have brought it back. What kind of? That's a glaring incompetence that I'm talking about. So Ghanaians, I'm asking Ghanaians to open their ears and eyes and watch this house, which is the representatives of the people.
At the same time,
and let me tell you, our colleagues on the other side of the MPP are with us in the passage of the anti-gay bill. They are with us. And so Parliament is not going to bind on this division between MPP and NDC. We are all united on passing that measure because it is in consonance with our traditional values and culture and ethos as a people. And that we have made it abundantly clear that we will never allow this perverse behavior and perverse character, where all sort of queer behavior, a man marry a man, a woman marry a woman, those is alien to our culture. And even to our religion, it tells us that Allah Almighty never made a man to go and marry a man. Even animals, they don't behave that way. Okay? So Ibrahim, let him say it without any iota of that. We are going to pass that piece of legislation, either before the end of this month or early next month in March. We will pass it. When it comes to President Akufo-Addo, and I know, even it was not hidden, the Prime Minister of Luxembourg and some other people who were his friends, who are gays, they came to visit me. I'm sure you are aware. Ally. And all presidents of this republic, from President Rawlings, President Kufuor, President Atamils, and President John Dramani Mahama. All these presidents have made their position abundantly clear that they are for what our people stand for. They are against these very perverse practices. And so they will never support that kind of thing, no matter wherever the pressure is coming from. It is only President Nana Akufo-Addo who, when he was asked this same question, you heard his answer. He said, it is bound to happen. Can I say it again?
Abusia enunti wei ene ensemo a eye aba fuseni wode eba betu dwa no kra nyame anim ni chese no omo atumi ahwe ama anti-LGBTQI no omo apase a sabre na me ne wo kasa die emra no eye adwuma ewo oman Ghana mu na de wo ka no enyina no esisu se eye ade se America ene European country and I say any other country be an atwum tan Ghana adia ba ko aka ye quarter any value no yem values no adia say yebetumi yebetumi secure sa ade no abusua na meka asem bi say kobolo one love kobolo wo beka asem bi a
money in these prisons they have built. Nti me hunu say obi asore na omo afa adwen say omo be farm a certain group of Ghanaians, farm them like emwa, and farm to prison, and farm yesika. True government be yesika at the same time. Say to Ohana pamo military kambu and bima company bia. Ya do ye free work. Prison. Nti me hunu as money sika bi adientina omo pese omo de give for to prison. Sana me hunu because so be a gay na ya chino. Now according to our new bill, local police station say Madam Fugi Amartin no said the mo ye enye fe ye de obeka ho
gay na wo ye no woni fie no ye betu
enti
okay abusia anuti no na chese sa pepepe na eti a chese one love kobolo enso ede ababetu dwa wo kire se eye ade se eye enkrofo bi e business ni nyina ne se politicians no omo twen Ghana fo adwen de free enwuma bi a wo so mo ye eho a omo mpeso mbeye no anase noma bi a Ghana fo se yetumi ehodu omo accountable no eho no enna omo twen Ghana fo adwen de free so but we no I don't think say sa pepepe enetie abusian by the way betumi so adrop wa comment de ato comment section no ase say esane say European countries bi age sa gay nene sa no mano atum no enu nti no eyenhye se yenso yeje atum ana na se nyenhye adenti ena oman bi ekasa wonya ana se onya na oman bi a owotumi ese ene sa na tie dia meni woni dwa me de sanction we say ato so meni wonye say meni wonye say ya onyumtuni. So we a gospel musician, we a hip hop musician, we a day abusia say our voice na so ntumi ntwere nwomo a bomodiana drop eto comment nim na eja yeni nkomo e wo back door said ye be ya ye betumi abo ne atwere nwom ede amaw a ano eden na biom no so no so we a political party na ope enwom ama wo campaign this 2024 na abusia so we movement for change we new force MPP NDC CPP gum enemo amaka no akuadonko munyina no mobetumi a contact ye o de drop eto comment section nim na ye ni nkomo enfam free honom na mema information be gina so ne akasa o back door ne atumi ayanyom ede amamwa ebema political campaign na wo ye ebe mere ede amaw because enyom no ebe ka won sem nyina abusia de yenko ne yenko tie enwum we sei a ye de ma Kennedy Japan no na abusia yemra ye wi a ye ba be dinkra ewo ene ndwumadie no eho yenko ne yenko tie enwum no na abusia yemra the bibe wosopo na wati no enkakra abusia makra pa yeah
on the beat baby I'm afraid yeah and yami na me boy I don't know baby I'm nam no I want on you
papa giche me mai oh me mai obi bi me kasa me kan ganda ni adai oh na dai nada na mungu sa rasta bianye kuchini adai adai Nibenye na beya no se me koye bia na sama be. Eti poni Apollo nkwana yedidi nana na so them they do. They see me laughing within the true. I be they call me brother. Yet the way they just me I wonder. Them my judgment I wonder. What they see they go talk, they pretend they don't do it, they do it. Eti me nkwana me mo ya beni yo nane. The men gonna move me want you. Sadia, we have any Jesse. And who wants them that is registering? They said them that mean baby. I didn't move them to my nigga grab with the DNA. Hey, boy, you have any banner watching it in the DNA. Oye Ohene. I mean, you're gonna be driving up and Zamaba. There's a mess radiant you. This is me, you get you many as Zamabe. There's a beggar has no choice. It's a mania choice here now.
Jimmy 4, Jimmy, you cover for a battery. So good, I've been Jimmy 4, Jimmy, cover some peso. The man, I will bet you're walking coming, what can not find. Come back in a number from a bar and Santa Kenya, who are young here, a bayan. As some of them, you will hear a damn more and my workers are my working kind of willing. As a one, I give Chris and move at never talk. I didn't make me money source. Telling show, Dina and our fort. Why didn't I go to Mama? Why didn't I hot? Nana Misaloni. Tina Maya Modem to Illuminati, but translate them peppy. But when it to heaven, so they get lazy. And I used to be my name, I had to move your Buddha, I didn't go back up with something that don't have me better now.